Christmas.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Box, the exciting show where we open a box and decide if the box rocks or if it's a box full of rocks.
I don't know if this is going to be a good episode.
Well, we're back. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to a brand new spankin' watch along at the PJCN. Tonight we're watching the Catherine Bigelow film, Point Break. I'm super excited. I got some cool peeps with me today. You know who I am. I'm PJ. That's Maxwell. That's Jen. Hi, guys. Everyone's muted except me.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. You were. I saw it. It had a little mic thing still.
Interesting.
How are you?
Me?
Yeah. I asked you, didn't I? You were talking.
I'm feeling like I'm in the pink.
I feel that's a reference to the fact that there is pink behind you.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's good. Jen, how are you today?
I'm okay. I'm excited to see the precursor for the Fast and the Furious, or that's how I view this movie from now on. So, yeah.
Yeah. Or the prequel to Hot Fuzz, because without this movie, Hot Fuzz does not exist either. So there's
really
also
looking forward to the fence scene. So, yeah.
Yes. I'm super excited. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie. I believe this was a Patreon pick from Miss Brandy Parker.
It sure was. She said she's going to be a little late. Not to necessarily cross-promote, but she's off helping our friend Ben Goddard with his subathon. So when you're done here, go check that out. The more subs and money he gets, the longer he's going to stream for. I, for one, hoping he ends up having to stream so long that we see a man die live on Twitch.
Yep.
Not because I want Ben to die.
Yeah,
just
I won't
because.
lie to you guys. I'm a little confused because I'm not sure exactly where it's at. I may or may not pop up in the subathon at one point. So there's that. So at one point I may be in two places at once, depending on what time that happens.
He has raised so much money and so many subs at this point that he has to currently stream for 87 hours. Good luck. That's all I can say.
How's he gonna live?
I mean, maybe he can take breaks and have guest hosts. I don't know.
Ben, call me, buddy, if you need
Chris
help.
Taylor says, hats off to Jen Kemp for being a part of POV Ladies Night.
Thank you.
How good was POV Ladies Night, by the way?
It was so much fun. So many spectacular ladies in one night. So, yeah.
I was glad they are making it an annual tradition because I thought last year's show was exemplary, much needed, and this year they did a great job too.
Yeah, it definitely evolved over the past year. And the first time it was a little reactionary, and we just had to like kind of get it out a little bit. So, but luckily this time we got to have a little more fun. So that's good.
Yeah, I definitely understand why it was reactionary. I was saying before, I watched this movie right at the beginning of the pandemic, and I do genuinely think it's one of the great American action films. Mm-hmm. It really has everything I want. Honestly, if a movie has burglary scenes where they're wearing masks of some sort, I'm in.
Absolutely.
So that's like a good starting point. And then you add Keanu and Lori Petty and the Sways and, it's
Flea,
just
Gary Busey.
Flea, Gary Busey. It's just,
And it's so funny
a
because
home run.
We'll talk about it a little bit. Like, most people think this is like a late 1980s movie, but it's actually like an early 1990s movie, but it definitely feels like a holdover, like a movie that
it came out in July of
Yeah.
91, so they were probably filming it in 90. And in 90, everything was still heavily influenced by the 80s, so it makes sense.
it
Got
just
that
makes me
super
happy.
macho 80s energy to it. So
It really does.
It does.
a heavy bromance.
Before we get heavy bromance, look, if you've never seen it before and you have seen Fast and the Furious, the first Fast and the Furious is basically a remake of it. That's not to mention that they did remake it. Before we watch the movie, we do have some stuff coming up. Let's go through it now. Sometime this week, I assure you, the newest episode of Box Box will be dropping with our special guest, Jesse Swift. As you can see, as opposed to our normal episodes, which are very mundane and boring, this episode gets a little wild. Anyways,
I see what you did there. That joke, that was good.
Yeah. Chris Clark will not be doing a Suddenly Soundtracks this week. The next Suddenly Soundtracks that I am sure of will be June 30th, and that's actually going to be a part 2 to one of my favorite episodes we ever did, our top 10 favorite songs of all time. So some of the people who were on last time will be coming to give their second batch of 10, and then maybe some newcomers will join to give their first batch of 10, as we can all celebrate our favorite songs. Wednesday, Loki premieres on Disney+. Now, I'm sure you're used to us doing our water cooler chats on Saturday. Nope, not this time, both because of scheduling with other certain activities that members of this community... no, there you go. Nope. I was right the first time. We're
always go with your gut.
I'm the scarecrow.
Who,
Are
me?
part of Saturdays are not ideal. So water cooler chat throughout the duration of Loki will be Thursdays at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, as we break down the new episodes of Loki, the newest MCU show premiering on Disney Plus, starring Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson. Supposedly, I am super excited for this show. So join us Thursday night as we talk all about it. We're likely going to do a watch along Friday night. Is there a pay-per-view? I don't know anymore.
There is one on Friday, and it's live.
So if we do a watch along Friday, it'll start late, probably around 11 o'clock Eastern, TBD. Of course, Sundays we do the Unwind. Now, there's another show you're probably all wondering about. We do have a new episode of Show Me Naughty in the works. I cannot tell you a date just yet, but it will happen this month. Speaking of this month, as you know, we do have a Patreon. Check it out and see if there's a tier that's right for you. Now, one of the things we do monthly for our Patreons is an AMA. Normally, this is a live stream where our patrons come and ask us questions. We're going to do it a little different this month. For 9 days, in just a week and a half, me, PJ, and Amber are going to be on vacation in Universal Studios in Walt Disney World. So I'm going to put up a post on the Patreon page today. And in fact, I'm going to outsource it beyond the patrons and post a tweet. Any questions you have for us?
I love you, Jake.
What's up, Jake? Any questions you have for us, post it on the Patreon page, tweet us, and throughout the duration of our trip, me, PJ, and Amber will answer those questions at various points throughout Orlando, and then we'll edit it together in a very special June Patron AMA video live from Orlando, but not live, but live, but not live. The whole thing. It's going to be real fun, an experiment in form and function. And so ask us questions. If we don't get any questions, we have nothing to answer. That is how that works.
I'm good at writing questions.
Are you, though?
Some people may say otherwise.
Two other points. 2 streams coming up that are a little out of the ordinary. This is not scheduled yet, but we are going to be doing a Pride celebration stream here on the PJCN this month, most likely the last week of the month based on the scheduling of the aforementioned vacation. So pretty much the entire week of June 20th or so, the network will be dark other than maybe Ramble On and a Suddenly Soundtracks. We may do a water cooler chat from Orlando to talk about Loki. TBD on that. But I'm hoping to amass some fun people from the community whether they be LGBTQIA plus themselves or just an ally, to come and talk. We'll talk about some of our favorite queer films and TV shows. If anyone is comfortable, they can talk about their experiences, and it'll just be a celebration of all things LGBTQIA plus. I think it's something that deserves to be celebrated, obviously, and we have a little bit of a platform here. And any donations we get that night will be going to the Marsha P. Johnson Institute and the Trevor Project. We'll split them equally between the two organizations I'm a big fan of, because in particular now I think it's super important to support trans rights, as trans children and healthcare and et cetera, are increasingly attacked by our politicians and other uneducated, unintelligent people who think that someone else's genitalia is their business at all. I am here to tell you it is not. So as soon as we have a date on that, we will let you know. It's going to be hopefully a great evening. There is one other special stream coming up, and forgive me in advance for this thumbnail. It's by far the dumbest thing we've ever shown. Next Tuesday, the 15th, we're going to have a birthday stream for, me. So sorry in advance for Maxwell's really dumb birthday stream, June 15th, 2021 at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. I don't know who's going to show up. It might just be me. Hopefully other people will be there, because if it's just me, it's going to be 5 minutes long. And if other people will be there, who knows how long.
I don't believe that for a second, by the way. If it was just you, it would not be.
Yeah, I think it'd be even longer.
Okay, bye.
I'm just saying, look, we're going to be there, but we also know you, and you can sit behind the scenes. I'm looking at you right now, and now you're back. But
listen, just say what you want to say. I am a loquacious little bitch. It's fine. It's fine. Don't mince words. Don't make implications. Don't be passive aggressive. Just say, look, you can talk. So yes, next Tuesday at 11 Eastern, we're going to celebrate my birthday right here on the PJCN. I'm turning 34 on the 19th, but I'll be out of town on, what's that? Oh yeah, it comes up again. The vacation in Orlando with Patrick and Amber. I know that we're also going to meet up with Mike and Bethany from What the Show, so maybe we'll get them involved in our Patron Q&A episode, and who knows what other sort of fun nonsense we're going to get into. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, our patrons, we couldn't do any of this without you. A huge thanks to all our producers, our executive producers, Brandy Parker, who picked tonight's film, Brandon Buckingham and Ricardo Franco, our gold tier producers, Sean Wingblade and Mike Kay, and our producers, Anton Butra, Mama Harris, Chris Pokernoy, Ferris Muthana, Jeff Alterman, aka Quiz Show, Jake Berlin and Molly Damon from POV, Patricia Carrillo, Stephen White, Kale the Youth Critic, and Tyler Birch. Thank you all so much for your continued support. You have our eternal gratitude, and we, quite literally would not or could not be here without you. So,
oh dear God, this
Thank you, Brandon.
Is back again.
Oh look, lovely.
What?
Listen, Brandon, if you're gonna come in here and throw shade like this, get your ass over here and watch the movie with us, okay? Oh yeah, Amber's also a patron producer. That's an old. Piece of art. Good job, me. That's me. I did that. I was gonna blame. I am having a real problem communicating tonight. I said I'm gonna blame.
Where's Chris the loquacious little bitch that we were hearing about? I don't know what's going on.
I was gonna blame Christopher Clark, because in life's toughest moments, I find that blaming Chris is a win, a net positive. But that was my fault. So yes, let's do this again. Blah, 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 blah. Tyler Birch, Amber Coates. Thanks for all your support. We couldn't do without you. Hooray.
All right. I think we're going to go watch the movie now.
I was literally about to introduce the movie.
Perfect. Go for it.
If you've never...
Hey, Maxwell, should we watch the movie?
If you've never been here before, welcome. You've probably already clicked away. Yeah. If you're a I need a minute.
Okay. So what we're going to do is, if you've never been here before, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to count down from 5. As soon as I say play, we're all going to hit play, and we're going to watch Point Break together, the 1991 film by Catherine Bigelow. So Jen, are you ready to watch the movie?
I am ready to watch the movie, yeah.
All right, let's do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It wouldn't be one of these if Dipper didn't bark.
If you can just train them to get it on the counts, we will be good to go.
Yeah, I one day maybe I'll get him there. Yeah, you. I'm talking about you again. You realize that? You're very cute, though.
You're very cute, but you ruin our production value.
I mean, he's the same one who was 100% definitely barking during the fucking watch along a couple nights ago too. I am pretty sure that this is actually coming through not my headphones. There we go. Now there's not going to be reverberation. I didn't want anyone having to deal with an echo. That would have been awkward.
I miss when movies like had fun with their opening titles.
Me too, man. And again, like we were talking about, that felt like such an 80s opening. Lethal Weapon-y, Die Hard. Like they all did that, especially with the sound effect where it was always like the.
Yeah.
There's so much slow motion in this movie. I forgot. And it just started.
I know. I like the stat of if you like sped it up to normal speed, how long would the movie actually be? Because I think you'd lose at least a half an hour.
I think that's 100% accurate. And like how they're clearly intercutting it where it's like, look, Patrick Swayze's awesome and he surfs. And Keanu Reeves is shooting and destroying shit. Like in the rain. Because they're both in the water.
The duality of the macho man.
Yeah.
Connected through the rain.
I was going to say, man, it would be great if Keanu became an action hero again. And then I was like, wait, he has his own franchise.
Aren't you like the one that's always talking about John Wick and how it's like the best American action franchise? But like, no, I totally forget. It's Keanu because he just is John Wick.
I don't know why that happened. And it's like between that and then The Matrix. And The Matrix 4 is coming out. So I have no excuses, guys. I've had a fucking week. And it's Monday. Hey, there's the GIF that you've all used it at least once a night. Matt Whitehurst, Patrick Swayze did appear in MASH. Quite a few people actually appeared in MASH at like one time or another. That show is chock full of guest stars. Leslie Nielsen was in an episode. I like Leslie Nielsen. It's so weird too because again, like this is a Catherine Bigelow movie, and we don't talk about like this is one of the all-time like most beloved action films, and directed by a female. Yeah,
and like slowly but surely, people started picking up on that because like once she came back for Hurt Locker and everything, people were like, she's already done like a really big kick-ass movie, guys. So,
yep. It's not shocking to me at all, and yet all the time people don't think about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, I want to shout out John C. McGinley, Dr. Cox from Scrubs, one of my favorite character actors, and I think he's just wonderful in this movie.
He's one of the best walker talkers there is.
He has not worked with Sorkin, has he?
He really should.
He really should. Like thinking about that because that's such a Sorkin thing. He should 100% work with Sorkin. This is actually very early, like West Wing style.
Yeah.
American President style.
You gotta keep moving. Things to do. People to see.
Well, especially in a movie like this where it's an action film, and so they just try to keep it going.
Constant motion.
Yeah. And I can't, like, movies like Lethal Weapon actually feel very static for being action movies, but this one doesn't.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon is essentially a drama with some gunplay.
Yeah. Even Die Hard is, like, fairly static until, like, the second act.
Yeah.
And then McTiernan's like, oh, I guess I can do shit. I could not do any of the shit that these people do.
Ugh.
I couldn't do it. Like, nah, I'm good. Hey, look, it's Gary Busey.
Hey.
he was also in so many action movies in this period because he was like in Lethal Weapon and Predator 2, and he did this. Like, he was popping up in everything.
I got no idea what a blind man fetching bricks from the bottom of the pool has got to do with being a special agent.
He's just always going to be Chet Stedman for me, though. Like, that's just it. Like, it's so weird.
Appreciate that. Okay, Brandon, really? Do you guys call them meatball subs or meatball grinders? It's 100% still a sub, Brandon.
It's a sub.
I'm sorry. It just is. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what the regional thing is for grinder. I don't know where that word really came from, honestly.
Maxwell, is it a sub or a grinder for you?
It's a sub, but in college when I lived in Philly, we called it hoagies.
Yeah, there's the hoagies too, but that's a very Philly thing. Yeah.
Like hoagie, I understand.
What are you guys seeing right now?
It's 6:18.
They're masking up.
Yeah, they like just went into the bank for me.
Okay, I'm right with you.
Brandon says, "Damn, even Jen." So apparently we've let Brandon down. I don't know what to tell you. Is there anything better than the use
letting
of
Brandon down? Not really, no.
Well, that's true too. But using president's masks.
Oh, it's
like
it's
this,
so good. Like I was saying,
yeah.
I love like bank robbery movies with masks, and these are like
Sugar and Spice.
Sugar and Spice is great.
I love Sugar and Spice.
But this is like very, very high up on my list of masks. The only thing I call Grindr is an app on my phone, and it's not for sandwiches.
He even talks with the inflection, which
I
is
love.
my favorite part. Yeah.
I mean, you got to commit to character. My God.
I mean, how can you not? Especially if you're going to be Tricky Dick, right?
Because they had a fight about who gets which mask. So, like, you got to commit if you're going to be Nixon. So,
I know, PJ, you're saying how when you watch this movie, it also makes you think of Hot Fuzz, but you can't deny how, to some extent, Baby Driver was inspired by this with the masks and the robbery. And
yeah,
Edgar Wright,
Baby
I'm
Driver.
confident, is a huge fan of this movie, which it's a
Checks
great
out
movie.
that 2 movies. Yeah, and 2 movies of his very heavily are referential to it.
Brandon, I'm of the belief that you can be a grinder and a sandwich. PJ, I have a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
If you were a sandwich, what type of sandwich would you be? Now, think carefully before you answer, because I am definitely not conducting an intense psychological examination based purely on your answer to this question. Yes, both grinders, app and sandwich, does involve meat. Puns. This is a children's program.
But, like, let's be real. A really good tuna melt goes a long way, right? It has to be the tuna melt.
You're a tuna melt?
Yeah.
That really illuminates so many things I thought I knew about you, and I'm glad to know I do know them about you. Well done. What about you, Jen? If you were a sandwich, what type of sandwich would you be?
I don't know. I had a peanut butter sandwich like 2 days ago for like the first time in years, and it like was a revelation to me. So I'm gonna say peanut butter sandwich because it's a classic. It's a little boring, but it gets the job done.
I would have to be like a Thanksgiving sandwich, like with turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, maybe gravy, because what am I if not a turkey who's stuffed? Oh my God.
I'm shocked.
Well, someone keeps stealing my answers.
Also, this.
Oh yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Brandon Hanna would be a chicken parm sandwich. Oh, I literally ate chicken parm on Friday night and sent Brandon a photo of me eating chicken parm.
I mean, I was with Brandon Hanna once when he ordered chicken parm with a side of chicken parm. I will never forget that. Ship it Hoffa under the seat while you're at it, because Gary Busey. You know what else? Now I really want to rewatch Black Sheep. That's all I'm saying.
The lesser Chris Farley, David Spade movie?
It's still good, though.
It's still good, though.
No, I agree. It's funny.
Yeah. but it's because he's really funny in it too.
Okay,
Like,
look, yes, I did also have chicken parm Saturday for lunch, and it was substandard theme park chicken parm. But you know what? I was in a mood. It was fine. It was fine.
Brandon, I will never forget this, by the way, is all I'm saying. It was a grand
PJ, can we get Brandy a time code, please?
10, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42.
Brandon,
43,
next time you're in New
44,
York,
45.
I want to take you to Parm and watch you eat their chicken parm.
And yes, Brandon, it was in fact the Spaghetti Factory in San Diego at Comic-Con after I stole French fries off a plate with Nathan Hamill. That is a
I think
long
we should.
story.
I think I just came up with a new show for the PJ Camel Network called Parmden, My Mistake.
Oh God.
Where Brandon Hanna just reviews various chicken parms he eats.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea, actually.
So you know that movie Rookie of the Year?
Yes.
Yes.
For years, I thought it was Nick Nolte in that movie. It's Gary Busey.
It is absolutely Gary Busey.
What a weird career Gary Busey he's in. What a weird career Gary Busey's had.
I know. He's an interesting dude. You know what John Wick 4 needs? Gary Busey.
Yeah, Brandon, it's on.
I'm just saying, if we want to bring this all full circle, Keanu, Gary Busey reteaming in John Wick 4.
Like, I'm still mad Carrie Ann Moss didn't make it. Like, I loved Halle Berry, but I'm still mad that she didn't get in there.
Yeah. Would have been really good, too. Now everyone in the chat wants chicken parm because of this. I really blame Brandon for all of this.
Why would you blame someone for loving something so amazing as chicken parmesan? It's the perfect food. You know what's amazing about chicken parm? You order chicken parm and you get a whole god-ass side of spaghetti, which in and of itself is a meal. Like spaghetti with sauce is a meal. But no, you get like a whole breast of chicken pounded, breaded, fried, smothered with cheese and sauce. And then on the side, you get a whole other meal. It's perfect.
Also, this is not my new favorite comment ever in the chat. I had no idea Nick Nolte was the star of Cape Fear, a movie that cost me one of my many TKOs because I had only seen him old.
Hey, Brandon, I will gladly TK you. TK you? I will gladly TKO you any day. Just tell me where to be. That's a new thing. I'm going to TK you.
Oh, that's the kid from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Oh, it is.
He buys the diamond ring.
Yeah.
Wait, is this guy who's playing Johnny Utah the same guy from John Wick?
Oh, God.
He's so young.
Have you only seen him old?
You know, this movie is one of many that caused me a TKO. Oh, wait, I've only ever won matches. I mean, I've only had one, but I won it.
So this is 100% the Manhattan Beach Pier that Michael Douglas also gets murdered on in Falling Down, for those who are wondering.
That's a fair point, Brandon, but it's still a whole-ass meal as your side. It'd be like, I'll take the turkey sandwich with a side of risotto. That's not a thing, sir. I'll get the filet mignon with a side of lobster. That's just a surf and turf.
Now I just want fucking fish and chips.
Fish and chips are dope.
Yeah.
PJ, we will get fish and chips on our vacation.
I'm so glad Florida has fish and chips. Florida has many problems, so I just assumed they didn't have fish and chips.
I read this the wrong way at first. I didn't realize it was in response to something. I was like, in what ways do I have Brandy? I'm going to need you to expound upon this notion.
I'm concerned. Is she
one of my best? Is she one of my best friends? Yes. But to be clear, she is in where she is. She is not tied up in my apartment.
That sounded worse. She is where she is.
Not in my, well, I don't want to give away where she lives. I am not in possession of Brandy in any way. She is an autonomous human woman.
Brandy.
The bigger your vocabulary gets, the more concerned I am for Brandy's safety at this moment.
Brandy, can you please put in the chat that you're okay? And I'm going to leave my hands up so they know it's not me typing. Brandy,
I don't like your fucking sass about you can get fish and chips anywhere.
Okay, this is really oh
no! Brandy said, "Help me," for those who are wondering. The way he delivers that line.
One of the best meet cutes of all time. There you go.
Yeah.
You know what's a great meet cute because it is self-aware and makes fun of meet cutes is 22 Jump Street, where Channing Tatum meets Wyatt Russell over meat sandwiches, and it's a meet cute. So good.
Can we just talk?
Can we just put some respect on Catherine Bigelow's name? She is legitimately one of the great American filmmakers. Her vampire movie,
Shannon and I were talking about that earlier.
Near Dark, is one of my favorite movies of all time. If you haven't seen it, I know a lot of people have seen The Lost Boys. It came out the same year. I like it more. But then, then she made all these great action movies, and then she went on and did The Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30 and Detroit. She's an incredible filmmaker, man. And Near Dark has a great Bill Paxton performance that we don't talk about nearly enough. Him being a fucking creeper, just being like, I'm going to watch you with binoculars as you drive away. See? That's what's up. Also, for 5 points, who composed the score for Near Dark?
5'6", 119 pounds. Not bad, Tyler.
It's one of my favorite scores. You'll never get it because it's not by a normal composer.
No.
5,
I
4.
Don't know.
The answer is Tangerine Dream. The synth pop band.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. I like that, though. It's a good question. For some reason, my headphones are not synced with the movie and you guys, so every time everything's happening, it's out of sync. And
That's
I'm not
annoying.
gonna lie to you guys, it's driving me nuts. I just needed you to know what I'm gonna be going through for the next.
Okay, we're gonna start lip syncing just to really drive you crazy. So yeah.
I wanted to say that people always mention that Keanu Reeves isn't a very good actor, and I have to strongly disagree. I just think he there's that meme that goes around. He always understands the assignment. I'm not saying he's, Laurence Olivier or Peter O'Toole, but he is other than Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula and maybe a side of Much Ado About Nothing. He is never not
but I kind of
exactly
even like him in that.
He is never not exactly what that movie needs him to be. In my opinion.
I mean, Dracula, he could just be an old-fashioned himbo. It's allowed. There was
fair.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted, The Matrix, John Wick, as himself and always be my maybe.
How good is he that he was able to slip back into playing Ted after all those years?
Yeah,
and
without missing a beat.
Good. Yeah, and it didn't feel fake and weird either. It worked. He's a good actor. Put some respect on Keanu Reeves' name.
And he's also just the best person of all time.
This is true. So. Tangerine Dream did also score Legend.
I didn't remember that.
It's an interesting question.
It's easy for me, unfortunately.
I would probably go Bigelow. Although I'm curious, who is James Cameron? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, it's 100% Bigelow. I can sacrifice a lot of the stuff that we got from Cameron.
I don't want to give up Near Dark, Point Break, Zero Dark 30, and The Hurt Locker. And as much as I see, Titanic is the one where I'm like, really? I don't want to give that up. All his other stuff, like, yeah, I loved T2. The Abyss is good. Avatar, whatever. But, like, I don't want to, like, I think Bigelow is more interesting.
I think she takes bigger risks, and it's James Cameron is a little bit more mass-produced.
And let's not ignore that the world's greatest screenwriters could not have written what happened at the 2009 Oscars, where the two most likely people to win Best Director was Catherine Bigelow and James Cameron, who used to be married to each other, had since been divorced. And Catherine Bigelow was the first, and to this day, now second. She's the first woman to win the Best Director Oscar. Now Chloe Zhao has joined those ranks. Still, 91, 92 Oscars and only 2 women. Burn it all down, in my opinion. But, we're having a really thoughtful conversation about gender politics and awards, discussing the differences between Catherine Bigelow and James Cameron. And here comes Jesse Swift saying, I make fart noises with my mouth. Is that what that says?
He's also 100% quoting Anchorman. Just throwing that out there.
How are you tonight, Jen?
I'm good.
Yeah, you having fun?
Yeah, we're having fun here.
We're watching a movie, getting to see some attractive people in wetsuits. Well, thank you for coming back to the Maxwell Haddad Chaos Network. I'm your host, Maxwell Haddad. Check out our TeePublic, where you can get all your great MHCN merch.
I have many thoughts at this comment now, by the way. Does that mean that I have a chance at getting an Oscar?
It's the Tremors script. That's what's happening. That's the one. You got to hang your hat on.
It's the Tremors script. Yeah, it's the Tremors script.
Thank you for the link, Brandy. Check out our TeePublic shop. Lori Petty is such an interesting actress.
Mm-hmm. She's just also like very unique. I don't know, like just.
I agree. What I love is in this movie. In this movie, she is like the gorgeous romantic interest, but she's not your traditional Hollywood starlet. She has short hair. Lori Petty into herself is a unique character. And I love that casting.
Me too.
Yeah, she did a lot for the Pixie Cut with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
The ultimate ride.
Do you know who composed the score for this movie?
No idea.
Mark Isham.
Like oh, yeah. All right.
Who did Miracle, which is one of my favorite scores.
Yeah, I think Miracle is one of the like all-time great sports scores and just scores of period.
Yeah, Lori Petty was killer in the 90s. Tank Girl is awesome. The director of Tank Girl has one of my favorite last names ever.
What is it?
Rachel Talalay. Isn't that fun to say? Talalay.
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 It's a good name.
It's a great name. She directed an episode of Superman and Lois, actually.
Did she really?
She directed 7 episodes of Doctor Who. Yeah.
I have to see which ones of Doctor Who she did because now I'm curious.
Her first movie was Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare.
Hey, look, they can't all be winners. That's okay.
Man, I just want to like go on a beach and like light a fire and like drink beers with friends and like.
I haven't been to a beach in like 3 or 4 years, so I'm with you. I can't answer because he called me and told me this because he was very proud of himself earlier.
A 2000 animated movie with the voice of Billy Idol has to be Heavy Metal.
So close.
Heavy Metal 2000.
There you go.
Did I get that final answer in the allotted time, or should I go kill myself in the other room?
No, you're fine.
Okay, let's answer this question. In this movie, we're just judging on this movie. Who is more attractive, Keanu or the Sways?
Sways. Come
The
on.
I agree. The Sways. The
Look,
stubble,
it's always
It's the
Sways.
confidence.
the confidence goes a long way.
And also, so how much he absolutely adores Johnny. Like that's the thing that really puts it over.
I mean, look at The Outsiders, right? There's how many people in that movie that are all like handsome young men, and Swayze is still outshining literally all of them.
It helps that he's like a foot over most of the other people.
I actually
He's a
agree
man
with
amongst
this.
boys.
I think, like, honestly, Keanu has been at his best looking in the John Wick movies.
I agree. Actually.
Because it's the beard and the confidence. Or when he played himself in Always Be My Maybe.
Yeah.
I would put John C. McGinley on like the top 10 list of screamers.
Not just that, walk and talkers. We were just talking about that too.
I heard
he
that.
should work with Sorkin. Like he should work with Sorkin. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think he might be in A Few Good Men, but it's not directed by him.
All right, I want to confirm something before I talk out of turn.
Because he's not in American President, which Sorkin also didn't direct. He's not in Molly's Game that I can remember. He's definitely not in Steve Jobs. And he's definitely not in Trial of Chicago 7.
No, he's not. He has a big role in 7.
Yes, he does. I love him every time. He's one of my favorite character actors ever. And also like Scrubs is one of the best
He's
shows.
very memorable in his guest spot on Frasier.
Yes.
You know, that classic show, Frasier.
Frasier. That's the French version. Look at those 90s computers, you guys.
Enhance.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salad and...
We can get some hair samples that match a certain beach. We know which Brandy is president. So. On this? No. But let's do it anyway. It will fuck this shit out hard.
My man.
Yeah. This movie has such a great soundtrack on top of everything else.
Those pants. I would wear those.
You cut my hair.
You cut my hair.
Fucking cut my hair.
Brah.
Jeez.
Saved your life, bro.
It's and then that little like the way he walks
Look,
away. Yeah.
I'm a really good detective. Like,
Yeah. But it almost
Johnny
feels
Utah's
like
on the case.
Percentages look right. Here's Matt. Go beach. Nice
Point Break.
He said the
Is that
title of the film. Taking a drink.
Take a shot. Yep.
I am not drinking alcohol tonight.
I am not either. Last night, too much alcohol.
Friday night. How do I put this? Are you familiar with the concept of crossfading?
Very.
Don't recommend it always.
No.
He's a fan
like
now.
trying to give advice, and he's so
He's a coach.
Paddle, paddle, paddle. It's like he's watching a sporting event.
hey.
Shh.
Ding my board. What if you want where the fuck you're going?
Here I
When
am
he pulls
preaching
the knife out.
politeness, and I'm going to punch you in the face and use my knife.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and like they set it up where you're like, oh god, he's gonna fucking knife him like right
Yeah.
in the water.
Patience, hot shot. Hey, we'll be someone here at all. Don't be a group to the group. These guys are real tight. You'll see it. You'll know it.
Yeah, I mean,
Speaking
it's
of
easy for him to
Grindr-
say that. Yes.
Speaking of Grindr, real tight unit is something you might see on that that app quite a bit.
God damn it.
Look, people want me around for a reason, and it's mostly my bad jokes. I know my life. I know what little value I bring to things.
The way that they all come up on him.
Yeah. Okay. I know. This is where you tell me all about how locals rule and you have the insects like me shouldn't be circling the break and all that, right? Nope. That would be a waste of time.
The camera movement that Bigelow does in this, and
It's very
puts you in
claustrophobic.
yeah, it works. Not before we get Shutter, Chris Taylor. Not before we get Shutter. He's so fucking bad at his job. He's like, I can't see my partner. Where must he be while he's being attempted murdered?
Back off, me. Back off, war child, seriously.
What a name, War Child.
From now on, I would request that you only refer to me as War Child. Thank you in advance.
Bunker. Listen, Bunker. I'm actually really glad you found me. Yeah? Why?
Also, he's wearing a shirt that's like way too big, which makes the run that much funnier because it's like flowing behind him. Brandy wants us to know, Maxwell, will you let her out of the closet if she calls you War Child? They really just beat the shit out of those guys.
Yeah. I mean, they started it, so.
Exactly.
No, but sport guys back there you might want to check out. Thanks, buddy. Hope you find him. Don't worry, I will.
Good cover. Quick thinking.
I know, like, especially in that moment because it's so like him being like, oh shit, there's actually something going on now.
Brains are wired wrong. Some bad shit. Like what? Legal shit? Maybe. I don't know. That's not what I'm talking about. They only live to be radical. They don't have any real understanding of the they never get the spiritual side of it. Hey, you're not going to start chatting. I might. This is me. So,
Bodhi is just like the coolest guy.
He's just so nice. Like
I know. Dom, look, I love the Fast movies. Dom wishes he could be as good as Bodhi.
Oh yeah, no comparison. Like Bodhi's lines are just as cheesy as Dom's, but I believe him. I believe he believes in what he preaches. So
I 100% agree, and that's what makes it so hilarious to me. Like, I love the Fast movies, I do, but Dom.
Dom is like the weak link to me, okay? Like I'm sorry, Vin, but that's just the truth by now.
I mean, look, it was always about Brian for me. But also, I really love Tej and Rome, so
yeah, they've kind of taken over, honestly, in terms of just pure enjoyment factor.
They're just like driving up on the fucking sidewalks like morons. God damn it, Jesse. God damn it.
Here comes the night shift. This is bullshit. This is a bullshit week. This is totally bullshit. Hart must be fucking desperate to listen to you two. See you bright and early, guys.
See you bright and early, guys.
I don't know. Oh, pizza for you. It's good for breakfast.
I mean, look, not wrong. Cold pizza is good for breakfast.
Yeah. It was a little suspicious for them both to run over to a car that had just pulled up and give him a pizza, though. Like we're supposed
Not
to be
wrong.
doing a stakeout, guys.
Yeah. No, Jesse, we also don't want that.
I mean, that'd be a very
Stop.
interesting experiment.
Like a good cold barbecue chicken pizza in the morning, it just hits right on the good days. That's all I'm saying. I'm really focused on this whole cold pizza.
We're all about food today. Did everybody eat? Like,
I mean, I went and got a sandwich earlier. I got a tuna sandwich. It was delicious.
I like it.
Watch yourself. She's a wild. Make something home. What's mine is yours.
That's creepy. Because he's also like claiming her,
yeah.
which is, you know. Dean says he likes to microwave pizza.
Oh no, that just like obliterates the crest. So
Yeah. Dean, we all make choices, and that's okay. We support yours.
Yeah, if you lose it, fish be picking you out of the pool.
Big wave ride, macho ass to the death wish.
All these characters are just so fascinating. Like, you really don't get to know most of them, but I feel like by the time it's over, I know every single one of them.
yep, they definitely
It
make
does
their
a
mark.
good, yeah. Like, and some of them feel like the ones that you've 100% met in life somewhere along the way. So you can like, you're like, I knew that person.
So what's the biggest? Why, man? Ridden? Yeah. Gain a point.
The guy who's standing, who was just talking,
Bells is
that would 100% be Aaron Taylor Johnson if they did another version of it.
Yes,
50-year storm's coming next year.
Just throwing that out there.
50-year storm. What's that? That's kind of a legend. No, it's real. That's really real.
Everything moves in cycles.
Century, the ocean lets us know just how small we really are. A winter storm comes out of Antarctica, tearing up the Pacific. And it's
The way he tells this story, man.
miles.
see, he could have had another career as a weatherman because like I would listen to his forecast every day.
Right? And instead, we're getting it from David Lynch, of all people, and that's okay.
Want the ultimate? You gotta be willing to pay the ultimate.
Dean, I did watch the remake, and it is
It's not tragic.
Ugh.
not good.
Love.
Real bad, in fact.
I ain't gonna let you see 30.
Too much testosterone.
I just remember going like, this feels really expensive the entire time I was watching it.
Yeah. It still does.
Yeah.
Like, again, I don't know. There's just something very impressive about it because it feels like all the stuff like this, you actually have to put time and money into building this actual feel and actually, like, I don't know, having these wild parties and, like, actually furnishing these places to look like this. This is not cheap. And, of course, they found the one room that has all the candles.
Who lights these candles?
Hope you're not buying into this line.
That whole cubby situation in the background is just a fire hazard.
Yep. I hope they have good insurance. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
You got the kamikaze look, Johnny. I've seen it. Lord, you can smell it a mile away. You'll take it to the edge.
He'll take it to the edge.
Past
Past it. That's the important part. And then him just walking in, you've got your own demons, don't you, Johnny? Like, there's some serious, like, he's like, I know you.
You're my favorite.
Yeah. It just cracks me up, man.
It's funny, we were talking about like Near Dark and Lost Boys, and this whole scene is very Lost Boys to me. Like that was very Kiefer Sutherland kind of drawing in Jason Patrick. So
Yeah, you're not wrong. And I actually, look, like, of the two, Near Dark is the one I prefer, but I really do like that original Lost Boys quite a bit. Like, it's a fun movie, and it definitely gets that surfer vibe down, too.
yeah.
Shot in all the glory of Santa Cruz. Hey, later, Matt. Thanks for coming and hanging out, man. Jesse just finished a tub of ice cream. It must be nice.
Ooh.
What kind of ice cream?
Yeah, it's
Don't
important.
leave us hanging, Jesse. Mine too, Dean. I really like it. Near Dark, I think, is the better of the one from that time, but, like, goddamn, they're good movies. Cookies and cream, just basic today. That's not basic, Jesse.
That's classic. Classic.
Yeah. Basic is vanilla, strawberry, chocolate. I say that as someone who enjoys strawberry ice
I
cream.
love all of those.
Yeah, like,
I don't think
Look,
I've ever had
let's
bad
be real.
ice cream. Like, come on.
yeah. I was going to say, like, I just tend to like ice cream a little too much sometimes. I like ice cream. What are we talking about? This whole thing, get in sync with the wave. Like, what is this?
Have you ever surfed,
I-
PJ?
I guess not.
I guess apparently we didn't surf to really understand this movie.
Like, I definitely surfed like once or twice when I was in the Santa Cruz area, like as a kid, but I was not good at it.
Yeah, I've never full on like board surfed. I've done like boogie boarding and like the body surfing where you just kind of go with the wave and that's about it. But yeah.
It's funny to me because like I look at this and then again thinking of Fast and the Furious, like Dom wishes he could say something this inspirational before Race Wars or something, like be one with the engine. I
They're
love
so close.
I know. And
They
then
can, like,
the
hold
music is
hands.
so triumphant. Yeah, the triumphant music and all of this, like these two, man.
He's one with the wave. He's great.
I know. He did it.
It's a beautiful
Even
moment.
Lori Petty was proud of him. Did you see
Yeah.
that? She was out there too. That's a good question, Jeremy. I wonder how long it took. I mean, it could have just been stunt doubles too, because there's a lot of shots of far away of not being them.
I think Keanu at least tried to learn. He probably doesn't have every shot, but yeah, I think he could stand up on a board.
I mean, dude, if you've seen any of what he does to learn for the John Wick stuff, I agree
absolutely.
with you 100%. Like, he's the kind of person who cares. Again, he always understands the assignment.
Yeah. That'd be so amazing if like somehow they managed to get a surfing while shooting scene at some point in John Wick.
Yeah.
Because they could do like
Joey.
the original Mission Impossible where like the fish tanks collapse and like all the water. So you just need like a rush of water and he can like jump on a table and just a little.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
What's our watch along going to be, Jesse? I mean, I could send you a link. This could be part of your watch along if you wanted it to be. He thinks that we're just tossing watch alongs to anyone these days. You got to earn it, son. We've been doing this a long time, and by a long time, I mean like a year because the pandemic happened. Their whole relationship is like so awkwardly adorable, and yet also like.
But it's based on lies.
I got it. Hey, man, it worked for Jordana Brewster. They got married, had kids, no extradition, you know? And they got to move back to Los Angeles. Although I look forward to finding out where they ended up apparently after 7 because I'm still confused. Where did they go?
Where did they go?
Where have Brian and Mia been this whole time? Brandy, Jesse doesn't have to join the Patreon to choose a movie. He just happens to be part of the channel, and he's being Jesse about it. He just thinks that he gets handed things. Jeremy said it's annoying. It's an annoying movie cliche, especially when couples have good chemistry, but it's based on a lie. But that's the point. That's why it works. Like, you're supposed to be annoyed by it because it's like, oh, but you wanted to succeed.
I mean, he has an excuse because, like, he's on a job. He literally cannot tell her.
Yeah.
He didn't mean for this to happen.
I mean, look, he did mean for it to happen.
I mean, it's Lori Petty. Like, we all meant for it to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he only definitely absolutely
he only saw her and specifically went and like used his FBI resources to look up all these little details about her so that he would have a jumping off point. But yeah, he totally didn't mean for it to happen.
Really, Jesse? We're bringing up Venom now? What the fuck is wrong with you? We're watching a good movie.
Venom's fun. It's stupid, but fun.
I need to give it another chance. I haven't seen it since theaters, but I'm going to be honest with you. The new trailer didn't do any better.
I hated the trailer. The trailer was bad.
Although, if the whole movie was just the opening scene of Venom trying to make breakfast, I'd watch
That's all I want. Because that's the thing that pushed me over the edge was like, there's the line like probably 3/4 of the way through the movie where all of a sudden it's like, Eddie, I'm a loser like you. And like I just started dying. And I'm like, I like this movie. It's stupid and I love it.
It just makes me laugh. But I just also want an entire movie that's just Venom trying to learn how to cook in the kitchen. Ketchup. Ta-da.
He does not need to be wearing sunglasses in this scene, but I'm glad he is.
I'm glad anytime anyone wears sunglasses looking that cool in a movie.
It's probably not
it
a
is sunny
tactical
out.
choice. I don't know.
I mean, Dark World's the worst MCU movie, Joey, so I'm not going to totally argue with you. Ben Bateman is Brody? Really, Jesse? Yeah, Jeremy, I'm glad that they got rid of Woody's carrot top wig thing,
We got
too.
this nice handheld coming in.
She's so good at what she does, man. Again, like there's a lot of this movie that has like these POV shots that really work and like put you in the moment that we don't get a lot of in a lot of these movies.
This entire sequence is like just perfectly shot for action. It's so great.
Yeah. I mean, even the moments like this where the camera's low because he's low, it works. Like it would be easy to shoot that from higher or above, but
The damn lawnmower.
yep.
I swear to God, every time I need to do something important, a lawnmower goes off. Every meeting, lawnmower.
It's like me and corgis. Every time I actually have to do something, Dipper decides to start barking. So I understand. Except I choose to live with mine. The slow-mo tossing the guns.
That was very unnecessary. Okay, right now
Yeah.
that is the most unnecessary slow-mo in the movie. Let's see if it can be topped, but that would be hard to do.
Dude, just shoot out the engine on that thing.
Don't let him pull his badge.
I'm not judging anyone for liking Dark World. Like, it's still serviceably passable to watch. It's just my least favorite MCU movie.
It's still great character work from Hemsworth and Hiddleston, totally understanding their characters, so can't fault it for that.
No. There was just a lot more going on with that movie than that stuff. Dean, I wish Bateman would be able to be on, but he had his own birthday stream thing going on today, and I don't think I've ever actually had Bateman on the channel. Maybe we'll fix that.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. I don't think it's ever an intentional thing. I like Ben a lot. I mean, there's a few people that I would like can have long phone calls about random shit about the way that I can with Ben sometimes. Like, he's the best. That poor woman just being like, I was just taking a shower.
Like, the shower is supposed to be my happy place. Like, leave me alone. Whoa.
Oh, man. That headshot, though. They really don't pull back on it either. Like, they don't go crazy with it, but, like, they let it linger enough that you're like, oh, shit, that dude definitely just got shot.
Like, I think I just saw some brain.
Yeah.
Yes, kick his ass.
Oh, that shot of the foot.
Just to jelly.
Yeah. She is just like...
She's the best person on their team.
Yeah. Although Johnny, jumping it through a window is not a bad call. But he's for the other team, so there's that. Yeah, lawnmower guy.
Sir.
That's what you get.
Like, I don't care if I think that these two guys might kill me. I'm still going to turn off the lawnmower because I don't want to see someone get chopped up by a lawnmower on my property. I don't need that lawsuit.
Definitely not. Like, especially because having the sound right there and then this, like, to just, like, it can happen. And that's what's so fucked. Like,
Johnny, no, not his beautiful face.
Nah, man, I can't fucking do it.
Do not grab onto the wheel. The wheel moves, Johnny. That's a line.
Yeah. Dean, this movie is not PG-13.
Yeah, we just saw a guy's head explode and a foot get totally mangled. I don't think it's PG-13, right?
There was also a nude woman running around.
Yeah, that too.
Like, this movie is 100% not.
That was an acting moment. He had to say, I almost died today.
God damn, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what is his name?
Tom Sizemore.
Yes, thank you. Saving Private Ryan's Tom Sizemore.
Yeah.
Sorry, Video Drew.
Yeah, the first time I saw this, I was like, oh my God, it's him. Because like it's just this one scene, but he nails it.
He's so good. Because he's one of those actors, he just pops up and stuff, and you're like, oh, yeah. Sizemore. Like, I forget he's so good. And he's good at disappearing into stuff, too. Like, yeah. he I don't know.
Like, honestly, he is my favorite part of Saving Private Ryan. Like, he's fantastic in that. Good.
All I want to know, smart guy, okay? All I want to know is how these guys robbed Hosanna City National Bank on August 2nd when they were in Fort fucking Lauderdale on August 2nd. It's not an easy thing to do, is it?
And this is why communication is key, okay?
Yep.
I know they're from different agencies, but you should all have some kind of database that is helping each other out.
And that's a thing, like, all the time in all these movies where it's always the miscommunication.
Jurisdiction.
And, like, yeah.
I love this shot.
Yeah. It's just, and it's the slow zoom in, too.
Yeah. Like, that's a poster right there. That's great.
It's a poster for a different movie, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the thing.
A gritty thriller.
Yeah. Where he's clearly having, like, second thoughts about the relationship.
His eyes wide shut, too, yeah.
Yeah, like, Jesse, I swear to fuck, if the cat's... I will murder you.
I lost my mind in Cats. I almost made it through the whole movie, and then the final scene, I just started laughing. I couldn't stop, and my sister was like hitting me with her bag. She's like, "You're gonna get us kicked out," and I was like, I can't stop."
I haven't seen it yet, and I just don't. I can't do it. I can't do it. He does this.
He's just a magical man.
Yeah, like he just gets what he wants in these moments, I guess.
I mean, how can you say no to that face? Come on.
I mean, I couldn't say no to that face.
Well, he's thinking. Look at their nice teamwork, synchronization, tight-knit group.
Yep.
Wait a second.
Dean, I have seen the actual musical on VHS as a child. Because my
Cats?
parents owned it. Yeah.
I did see a version of Cats in Boston, and yeah, it's I'm not a big fan of the show. And I was young when I saw it, and there was a very nice old gentleman sitting next to me, and he was going through it. Like, he was just like bawling for memory and everything. I was like, okay, some people really click with Cats. So
Yeah. Aaliyah Moore is like huge on Cats.
yeah,
it's
like
one
I
of her favorites.
understand some people really, really like it, but I just remember, again, he was going through it. They have the song, the magical Mr. Mistopheles song, or whatever, where they're doing all this magic stuff. And there was a moment where they like took a tin can and they were supposed to shoot it across the stage, and it like released this big streamer of rainbows and something. And he's supposed to catch it. And it's right at a moment where the music like cuts out, and he did not catch it. And it's a tin can, and it hit the ground, and it rolled, and he like did this little shuffle to run after it. And that was my favorite part of Cats.
That's
So
remarkable.
I was very disappointed when that didn't translate to screen.
That's fair. That's fair. Fucking Cats.
But it was a very cat-like moment. I thought he was very in character, the way he chased after a little tin can. So
No, totally. I mean, that's what a good actor will do.
yeah.
Although I still can't believe we got a Cats movie before we got a Wicked movie, but hey, what do I know?
So sad.
Like,
I would say Wicked's hard to do, but doing Cats was hard to do. Like,
I think they finally got John Chu, who will be the guy who finally like pushes it through, and like coming off In the Heights, it makes a lot of sense. I also feel like that doesn't bode super well for the Crazy Rich Asian sequel, so we'll see what happens. Reefism, you love cats like the animal?
is it a capital C or a lowercase c? Because it's different.
Because like I get loving the
I like
animal. I
lower
have
C
too.
cats.
Yeah. But if we're talking about Andrew Lloyd Webber's cats, I'm good. I'm good.
Give me two.
There it is. Give it 2.
See, they say right there, submarine. Not grinder, not hoagie.
Yeah, Brandon Hannah. Yeah, see, Brandy, that's the correct cat to love.
There you
Your
go.
cat. Like the fuzzy small C cat makes more sense to me.
Damn it, Johnny.
Right there. I know.
That's a great shot, though. Like, that's great.
It's so good. Like, of course, it's happening right there. And I feel like this is a little bit of an homage to Dirty Harry with him getting, his lunch and then the bank robbery happening right when he's there.
He's like really loving the paper.
It's Gary Busey,
I feel like that was like a sarcastic take that just made it.
That's honestly probably. I also feel like half the stuff that he says throughout the movie is just improv. I don't think it was stuff that was in the
I
script.
would believe that. Yeah. Johnny, you are really far away to be shooting.
Yep.
There are civilian cars.
Jeremy, yes, Gary definitely has his own dialogue. And I really believe that. Like, he's the kind of person who makes that shit up, I feel like, as he goes.
Yeah.
Because he's actually a pretty good actor. Like, he knows when he can do whatever he wants. Like,
He knows if he's signed on, it is for a very specific reason. They want Gary Busey.
yeah. Can we talk about the fact that The Predator brought in Jake Busey to be the son of his character from Predator 2 and, like, didn't acknowledge it or say anything? And I was like, really should have
Like,
at least
if you know,
acknowledged
you
it.
know. Like,
Yeah. It's one of my favorite little eggs about like Easter eggs in that movie, though. That movie's not very good, but I
that
like
movie's
that.
not very good. For like the moment they show just like the bus of people, I'm like, I love everyone on this bus, and yet this movie is terrible. So it's just really unfortunate.
And that ending is oof,
Whatever.
like real bad. Real bad. Have Busey and Cage been in a movie together? Jesse, that is a great question.
Ooh. I think that's just too much chaotic energy for one film to capture.
They could make one now where they're both like totally.
They could make a
unhinged.
great direct-to-video movie right now.
Yeah, Willy's Wonderland 2.
That was a Joker laugh.
Yeah, it was actually.
Run, Johnny.
Reefism, he was eating a sandwich, wasn't he? I don't remember if it was exactly what it was, but I'm 95% sure Harry Callahan is having a sandwich. If you were wanting more specific than that, I don't got it. Wait, Jesse, what are you watching right now? Frank Castle with a stutter? Which Punisher movie had a stutter? I don't. Oh no, he's talking about Predator because because Thomas Jane has the stutter. Yeah,
he does. Yeah,
I don't even think it was a stutter, wasn't it?
it's Tourette's.
Tourette's. Yeah, he has Tourette's. Yes, Jesse, we got there before you commented.
Jesse, you were wrong. We had to fix your thing. We had to fix your reference, so you're welcome.
Yeah, you fucked up the reference. We had to fix it for you.
Tackle.
Oh, was it a hot dog, Reefism? I didn't remember it being a hot dog. I thought it was a sandwich in my mind. So it's 100% then still very much.
Now, are we going to start the debate of is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, a hot dog's a hot dog.
Hot dog is not a sandwich.
No.
He's on fire.
Yeah, you go home, Jesse. Yeah, by the way, we were talking about it. He was 100%
brush it off.
Also, that's a great effect, though, of him running and having like the smoke still coming off of his back and stuff. It looks really great and not an easy effect, I think, probably for them to.
Nice down the alleyway, just totally wrecking shop here.
And in the shots of the fire and stuff as it's cutting back and forth, oh, so good. And the music is so good.
I just love the tailcoat, like it's flying in the wind.
Yeah.
I love the placement of the kiddie pool. It didn't need to be there, but I'm so glad it's there.
That's the thing with little movies like this. They tend to do that type of thing. Like,
I
actually
thought what obstacles can we put in here?
Was Spider-Man Homecoming did a great job with like how many obstacles does he run into when he's in the neighborhood? And I was like, oh, this is the best. Wait, Jesse, you've never seen Point Break? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, Jesse.
Don't get up. Dinner's ready.
Yep. There's the camera work in this is really great too, because so much of it feels handheld.
Yeah.
And like them following in a very specific way.
Yeah, well, for this sequence, like, there's no other way that it could be done, honestly. It's just everything's so tight with the layout. Oh, he just completely.
Yeah. Well, because he saw him lock it. PJ, we should be roommates so you can fix me. Jesse, I've told you to fucking move down here, and I would, but you keep saying that you don't want to leave where you're at. I'm not going to say where you're at because I don't know if you want people to know or not. So that's your choice. You're deciding to stay where you are.
Oh, Johnny. That's gonna hurt
that
my
shot,
ankle.
By the way, when he like lands, is so good.
That old injury.
I know.
No.
This right here, though.
See, he used his eyes. You know you love me. You can't do it.
And in the zoom ins on the face, like.
No.
And Hot Fuzz so brilliantly homages this in their movie. It's true, Brandy. If you lived with me, you would never run out of things to watch. That is accurate.
And yet you'd watch Highlander over and over and over again.
Because Highlander is great. Everybody likes Highlander. No, that's not true. PJ loves Highlander. Can we talk about how excited I was that Henry Cavill was going to play Connor in the new movie? I was like, yes. This
is great casting.
So having lived in Los Angeles, all these movies now, like anytime they start talking about the street names and stuff, I'm always like, hey, I know what they're talking about. Like, it makes me laugh every time.
So you're a fan of the Californians SNL sketch?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Those are some of my favorites.
That so much.
And I'll say this though, the SNL 41 goes on forever, and then it ending with the stewardesses though is brilliant. Bye-bye.
Look how sad.
Witcher season 2 is dropping later this year, Jeremy. I don't know when. And now you're really quoting the Avengers in the chat now, Jesse. God damn it. Brandy, you've never seen Highlander?
She knows what to pick next.
The Highlander does, in fact, rolls, Refizzle. I know you mean rules, but, you know.
It rolls.
Yeah, but it also rolls. Like, it's a tight 90 minutes.
The heads will roll.
Also accurate. Actually, John C. McGinley is in one of the Highlander movies also. Speaking of, full circle. Laura Petty's eyes, though.
Yeah.
They're very striking.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely her most distinguishing feature, and it's great.
Okay, but he was going to come clean. So you can't be mad at him later when he tried to.
But he was struggling so hard.
You act like nothing happened.
Oh, look at him.
Relax.
I know.
The world is crashing down.
He's a fucking federal agent.
Yeah.
Shot. I'll deal with that fucking time. No, Rosie. You realize that we have hit 30 banks in 3 years and they haven't been able to touch us?
That's impressive.
It really is, though. Like, think of that steak. Like, or not the steak. God, they said it, and I said it out loud. Think of the statistics.
Once again, we're really hungry, apparently.
Yeah, there's also that. I am very hungry. But, like, think about, like, the statistics of the fact that they had not been touched in 3 years and robbed 30 banks. That's almost a bank a month.
Yeah. That's hard work.
Ridiculous.
They earned it. Let them go.
I can't even imagine. And poor, like, Bodhi just being like, we're going to keep doing this. Like, it's going to be fine. We're just going to keep going.
You got to chase that high, man.
Yep. And Brandy and Jesse are in the chat fighting about Henry Cavill's acting and whether he's plastic or not, apparently.
I mean, okay, Brandy, I agree. Like, I never really I didn't get the fascination with Henry Cavill, honestly. I didn't until I saw the video he posted like a couple of months ago when he made his own PC. And I get it now. I was like, okay, this is a really good video.
Okay, again, he tried to come clean to her about 5 minutes ago. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, like that wasn't cool, okay? He didn't need to add that little detail.
No, he did not.
It's very manipulative.
I live in Columbus, Ohio.
Ah.
Bank robbery. The guys I'm after are surfers. I needed you.
You can come meet them, it'll be great. Ooh.
That line, though, don't you have a soul?
Super runaway. Oh, not the knee again. I can never chase the people I love.
This is why he was so bad at football later. I just want to throw that out there.
I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. I was afraid you. Good guess, huh?
Good guess, huh? Like that's not the time to say that.
That is up there with the swingers message, okay? Like, that is very, very awkward.
Yeah, like the last thing you should have done was that.
It's like, that's hang up first, and then you say that. Hi, brah.
Come on, we're rolling. What's going on? What happened? Did you still shaving? I don't think I want to surf right now.
That line delivery is just everything. I just, oh my god.
Reach!
Life is short.
Especially when you ride the big wave and rob 30 banks and
Yeah.
jump out of planes.
Out of over 36 months. I will never jump out of a plane.
I
Can't do
mean,
it.
I won't rule it out just because I know that, like, you don't just jump out on your own. You have to be strapped to a person that is, like, certified and everything. So I'm like, in that case, I am not in control. And I would trust someone that is going to be, well, at least have the company be sued. So,
Jen,
yeah.
It would be my luck that the one chute doesn't open. It would be my luck in the world.
But you get two. You get one chute and you get a backup chute. So you'd have to have two bad chutes.
All right. You're turning me around on the idea all of a sudden. I was not anticipating that. But I've always been like, I don't think I can do that. It just, the idea scares the shit out of me.
I mean, like, the Tower of Terror is, like, my favorite ride ever. So, like, it's kind of my thing. So I think I'm not going to rule it out, but I know it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially considering, like, the local airport here, they used to do it. And they had to shut it down because at one point someone broke a leg.
Oh, dear God. That's insane to me.
He's fine.
Why does the one dude look like Kurt Cobain?
He really does.
Like, he looks straight up like Kurt Cobain.
Beautiful.
I definitely like commandeered my Spanish class one time in high school because Kurt Cobain came up and we started talking about his death, and I was like, I ended up having like an entire commandeered class.
Did you have to say it in Espanol?
Nope. Our Spanish teacher really didn't care, and so he was just like, whatever. And the whole class ended up just us talking about whether Kurt Cobain had actually killed himself or not.
See, that's the thing of, like, in my class, it would have been allowed as long as you kept talking in Spanish. It's like, you can say whatever you want, but it has to be in Espanol.
So my Spanish teacher was also the baseball teacher, and like he didn't, like, he was just kind of like,
he is stretched too thin. I do not get paid enough to care.
Yeah. Because, like, we watched Dumb and Dumber in that Spanish class for no reason other than it was his favorite movie. So anything kind of went in that class. Also, these shots of them skydiving are actually, like, really, really excellent.
Yeah.
They really capture the feel of you being there, right? Apparently, Brandy went skydiving and said I was fine skydiving.
Of course she
then
has.
sprayed her ankle in the parking lot afterwards.
Because she was just so extreme that she was like, "Hey, I got off without a scratch. I gotta show some warrior wounds
baseball
here.
coach.
Sprain your ankle."
You knew what I meant. Jesus Christ, you guys! It's been a long fucking day. Okay.
Maybe he taught statistics about baseball. You don't know.
Jesus Christ, you guys. Baseball coach, baseball coach, baseball coach. Y'all are. You were right for calling me out, at least. I found out.
Benefit of the doubt rule.
Yes, benefit of the doubt rule, though, dictates that I knew what I was talking about. Apparently, Jesse also went skydiving. And I feel like he's probably joking, but I don't know.
He went skydiving. I think, does he mean like he dove into a pool filled with like the Sky vodka? Because that I could understand. Can we just appreciate like that Johnny's nailing this right now? Okay, like they probably brought him up here to like expect him to just completely pancake and die, but he's actually doing it.
Also, I don't know what Tim means by the Yankees hat is just gonna gotta show. I'm wearing my Kill Bill beanie tonight, sir. There's no baseball cap. And Peggy said she only teases people I like. Noted.
See, I think you skydive your friends for life. How can they not be friends with him now? The level of respect. Come on.
That's true. Tim, do we have to go skydiving so that we'll be friends for life? Jen, that you can come. Jesse,
I have to come to push you out of the plane because apparently you won't do it.
That's probably accurate. Oh, so Tim said, I said it's just for show. My bad. That typo got you, didn't it?
Oh.
Haha. Apparently, Tim will also not go skydiving.
We just have to have this little pissing contest at the last second.
The thing is that these two love each other so much. They don't want to be at odds.
They're soulmates.
They are. They're soulmates. How do you not love them? And yet, here we are.
The world is keeping them apart. It's not fair.
Right?
That was a nice landing, Johnny. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't skydive over water because that's just a whole other nightmare of just like the parachute going on top of you.
Oh my god!
Like,
right?
Yeah, like the scene in Unbreakable, that kills me. Okay, just like the thrashing and can't get out. Like that's my nightmare. No, thank you.
No, I would not even in a million years want to deal with that. Like that just sounds fucking awful. And I think of
he forgot that they might kill him right now. He was like, that was so cool.
It's so similar to Unbreakable because I think about the sequence in Unbreakable where he's fighting the dude at the pool and then like you get caught and I just nope.
Yeah, like,
nope. I just don't want anything to do with that.
Oh, now we're gonna get creepy. He's so upset that he has to do this to him.
I know, but he has to do it. And it was just not right.
Like, I love this is like a ransom video essentially, but he's like, I'm gonna get a little fancy with my camera work and like do a little mirror shot. And, like,
well, that's how you do it, right? Like 100% that.
He's like, I'm gonna make it big in the industry once we're done with this robbing the bank shit. Like, this is gonna be good.
They were doing this before 8mm existed, like the movie, starring the great Nicolas Cage.
Ooh.
Oh, Chris Hartwell messaged me. I haven't seen him in a while. I like that guy.
Rosie won't do anything as long as I meet him in a certain place in time. 6 hours from now. You call him right now. I can't do it, bro. They're on the road.
Wait, Jesse just said best skydiving scene was in Power Rangers, the movie.
That's right. There is a skydiving scene right off the bat.
What the hell is happening?
I mean, honeymoon in Vegas, you get the flying Elvises.
Yeah.
Get Smart has a very long one, actually.
A very long one. That movie is... I just rewatched that, actually. It's fine still. I don't love it.
I like it. Like, it's a weird little thing. I think they could have tried it again around... Because, like, they had a good cast, honestly.
Great cast. I mean, like, The Rock, before he's hugely The Rock, Hathaway, Patrick Warburton showing up at the end was really great as Jaime,
what's his name? Yeah, Jaime,
robot. Yeah. Bill Murray is Agent 13. Yeah,
Great.
Alan Arkin has the best line in it when he's
and James Caan is the president for no reason,
and he's being like Bush. Oh, Tim Franco, Pat, who's the Yankees baseball teacher this season? Tim, they don't have a teacher. We've gone over this. Aaron Boone is their head coach.
They're a professional baseball team. I'm sure they do have a teacher that's like giving them some stats that they need to work on.
Yeah.
So.
Brad Pitt's cameo death in Deadpool 2. That's a good one, actually.
That's a great one. That's like by far the best sequence in that entire movie. Like I will just turn on that one sequence every once in a while.
Yes,
I was dying in the theater for that.
Oh, it was so good. And yes, Jesse, I do remember when Bruce Willis was killed by a puddle. We all saw that movie.
Basic dog psychology. You scare them, get them peeing down their leg, they submit. Yet if you project weakness, you draw aggression. That's how people get hurt.
Maxwell had some stuff going on, so he actually. I'm just going to murder you, Tim. You know what I'm talking about. Stop.
Just stop acknowledging them. They have no power. They only have the power you give them.
Tim has all the power in the world. Isn't it wild? The back and forth where he's still being like very calm and Keanu's not is so good.
Because in the back of Bodhi's mind, he's like, this could happen. I can get him on my team. He can be my little buddy.
Yeah.
This could be great. He's on the inside. He has even more like stuff that we don't know about how to rob a bank. We can like go cross country, go surfing around the world, rob banks. It'd be great.
Chris, I agree with you, by the way. The Get Smart opening is one of the all-time greats.
That's a great
I thought
thing.
that the homage was that they did to it was really great too. What's up, Patty? Good to see you.
No, we got our serious heist music coming in now. I love the way the mask moves on that. It looks great.
Also, I actually love that shot. For whatever reason, like out the back of the van, the color tint.
It kind of like,
Yeah. And the color tint looks weird in a cool way. I don't know. Look, I know that we all talk about Heat being like one of the great heist films and whatnot, but like, I kind of wish, I think about it and I'm like, I kind of think that Heat wishes it was Point Break.
Yep.
Just saying.
Little hard to play FBI now, though. Can we just get the goddamn money and get out of here? Nobody move! Heads down, eyes down. Get off the
And the fact that he's in there with no fucking mask, like,
Gotta make it itchy.
With a little cooperation, I won't have to blow your heads off. So I need a couple of minutes of your lives and we're gone. They go to the vault.
Oh,
You, Miss Jennings. You be a dear and open the gate for my associate now.
Mr. Tucker's got the keys.
Why we go to the vault? We never go to the vault.
no. Never changed the game plan.
yeah, you especially mid the robbery, you never
Yep.
do this because that's the one thing. Like, you've never done it, and now you're gonna get caught up.
Yep.
And now what?
Do whatever they want.
Gone mad with power. See, he's still
there's
riding that rush from the skydive. That's the problem.
There's 100% a 2021 release that kind of deals with, like, don't up the ante of the thing that you're used to doing, and what happens. And I don't want to say it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet because it's like pretty majorly a spoiler. So
Don't look at me. You're blowing it, man. Breaking your own rules. Pulling too much time.
He's rooting for him. He's like, no, we gotta go. It is not fine.
everything about this is now wrong. Literally
Don't
everything.
do it. Don't be a hero.
Yep. Never be the hero.
You're gonna get
Never
people
be
killed.
the hero.
Like, you can be the hero on your own time. There are plenty of civilians around that are in the line of fire. Not cool.
Mm-hmm. And the music right here is great, and the camera work is great, and the way it like there's a really nice build to this whole
Low.
thing.
Stay low. No, 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 no.
Ugh.
Shit.
And the fact that he just shot also a federal agent who is undercover on top of it.
Ooh.
Like, everything about this goes south so quickly. And I think that's the beauty of this movie, is that, like, there's such a progression to everything, but then when this escalation hits, it is like out of its mind how fast it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And that shot right there of Swayze is just
The slide
hey,
back.
what's up, Shug? Good to see you, man. Shug wants you to know that you're the greatest, Jen.
Aw, thanks, Shug. You're okay. Breathe.
Yeah. And now, like, he's finally broken. Like, the calm version of him is no longer.
Because he cares about his bros. Like, this was
Yeah.
not part of the plan. They just wanted to surf the world. They just needed a little money.
Oh, so good.
The music is so good.
Yeah.
Because they give him a fallen hero, kind of like with the drums and everything.
Yep.
And it's like, these are not heroes, but damn it, they are.
Like, they're still a pack. Like, that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, and everything they've done to this point was for each other, you know? Like,
You live by the board, you die by the board. Oh,
that shot is great,
Love
by the
that.
way. Yeah, the camera, like, falling over and watching his shadow and reflection, like, run through, and then the...
that essentially happens in like every first-person shooter game now. And like,
Yeah.
I'd love to know if that was like a precursor to this or not.
That's a great question.
Against me in court of law. If you so desire, an attorney will be provided for you free of cost. Do you understand these rights I've just given you? You talk. Do you understand? Do you understand
The rage.
You understand this goddamn rights? Jesus Christ, Karen, you okay?
This back and forth too.
You taught them 3 dead people. One of them's a police officer, huh? Let me show you something, pal.
Oof.
How does that sit in your stomach, huh? Take your hands off right now. Look at me. Look at me. Don't send him in with the black and whites like some punk. Let me write him in. Yeah, sure, Angela. Why not? I mean, that's why I put the 2 screw-ups together. You deserve each other, don't you? I mean, you're just as bad as he is. Only you're a little fatter, you're a little slower, a little more pathetic. For Christ's sake, it's like the blind leading the blind. I want to tell you something. I was in this bureau. Sits on your funny face and jacking off to the laundry of the Sears catalog. Is that right?
The dialogue, man.
And there's one thing that I learned out of all these years that you still haven't got. Yeah? Why don't you astonish me, shitface?
Yes.
That hit, and he
Nice.
like lays
Classic.
him out.
Plain and simple. Come on, kid. Let's go.
And he
Like,
hit his
he
head on the
lays
linoleum
out.
floor. That's not good.
No. And I think the best part is Gary Busey at this time, still one of the great character actors. John C. McGinley coming up as one of the great character actors, and they like really go for it in that scene. That scene doesn't work if the two of them don't lean in on it the way that they do.
Yep.
We got one minor problem. What? You can't arrest him. What's she?
His face. What?
Yeah. That's such a great shot, by the way. Like the perspective of it.
Getting that nice mirage heat stuff coming off the tarmac. His tempers rise.
Something Lethal Weapon did really great in its desert sequences, also featuring Gary Busey. Full circle.
I totally don't have a shotgun.
Come on, man. A new thing called radar. Like is
Damn it, Diana.
1991.
I respect it.
This music is so good too. Gary Busey even being the badass even after being shot because
Yep.
he's Gary Busey.
I love him.
Ugh, he should have made sure the other guy was dead.
No. No.
Ugh, that moment, man.
I like that they chose like not to really say anything. Because that's rare, actually. Usually you get the "don't you die on me" thing.
Yeah, like it's so easy to get caught up in doing drama, like building drama, I should say, with more dialogue, and they didn't. Like, it's so much better.
Yeah, and like especially because like they're FBI agents, so like this is like kind of a regular thing for them, unfortunately. So it's like you kind of just accept it of this is going to happen.
The way that Bodhi keeps breaking more and more, like you're seeing the dude who was so calm all the time, and just all of this. Well, he's also realizing the shit that he's done.
Yeah, he never wanted any of this. Close the door. I don't care how extreme you are. We're not going to take off like it's like a helicopter in Nam where he's sitting out the door shooting at the cops on the way out.
Mm-hmm. I like even to this point, even with the plane, they still call it like Air Force One. Like they're so
committed to the bit.
Yeah, they're so committed to being the fucking presidents.
Oh. He just cares about his bro so much. Oh.
I forgot that he was in King Solomon's Mines. Like he did his own Indiana Jones movie, but it was like a mini series. I completely forgot about all that.
Ooh. I'm having a private moment with Bodhi here. Don't look at me.
Right.
No.
Do it now. You won. You got what you wanted.
You won.
Cancel the order. She served her purpose. Do it, man. You owe me that much.
Everything about
probably gonna do it. That's the thing. You pushed his buttons.
And again, like the escalation of the music in this moment too, like as the tension is really, really building, is just excellent.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
It's like the most real reaction you could hope for in this too. Was that. And then that, like, are you joking me? What a moment.
Skydiving went so well the first time. He's like, I'm an expert now. I don't even need to shoot.
Yep. He's like, I can do this. I just can't even imagine. I mean, he said he was going to push him to the brink. She told him that. She was like, he will take you past the brink. This is past the brink,
This is
goddammit.
definitely past the brink. It's a good thing they waited to open their chutes, because that would just be a hell of a thing. Also, make oh
Right.
shit!
And then he lands on him or something. Could you?
What? See, and they set it up. They foreshadowed it.
Yeah, they did this. It was like they were waiting for this to happen.
Bodhi knew it would always come down to this. Why are we fighting over this? Yeah, see, that's a broken leg right there.
The scream. It's 100% a broken leg.
Oh. The money.
Right?
It was all
Like,
for nothing.
Jesus Christ. God damn, one radical son of a bitch.
apparently Brandy's dad shattered his leg skydiving. See, this is why I don't do this shit.
Brandy's family is extreme.
Yeah.
Out of here, Johnny.
No. Like, I'm amazed his leg's still attached at this point.
Yep.
It's like this time you won't be getting your man. This game we both lose.
Ooh.
That line and the way he says it is so haunting. Like, we both lose.
We could have had the world, Johnny.
Right? That's the breakup in all this.
There you go.
Oh my, the run to him though, like, it just works. Because she knows, like, he went through all this to, like, save her and get her back. Like, it wasn't all a lie. I mean, a lot of it was a lie, but not all of it was a lie. They set that up too. You see that earlier? They also did that.
The only thing I don't like is, like, Rosie is, like, not like, where is everybody? He's
Right.
just like, hey.
He's like, you made it. You survived.
Yeah.
No one else is here.
You notice, like, our dead friend just behind the Jeep that you had to drive by?
Yep.
But at the same time, he showed up in a Jeep for, what, 5 guys? It's going to be a little crowded with a bag of money.
Yeah, would they even fit in there? Like,
That's a little bit of a Dark Knight situation where, like, maybe we were going to shoot the bus driver. I don't know.
yeah, the Dark Knight didn't make sense either. I'm not the world's biggest Dark Knight fan, though, either. Sorry, Internet.
How dare you?
I know. Batman Begins is a better movie.
I can understand that as long as you don't say Dark Knight Rises, then we're good.
The fact that it's Australia all of a sudden.
I mean, you're gonna have a surfing movie. You got to go to Australia eventually.
I blame Jacob London. He's not even watching this probably. He has no idea that I just blamed him for all of this.
You can sense it.
Look, he's still like so cool, but also he looks so different now. Like he's so
His
brooding,
hope,
man.
his dreams have been shattered. He's
Yeah.
seeing the world. A heavy trudge of a man who has lost his best friend.
And of course, like the thing is it's a bookend, right? Because the beginning of the movie, he was also in the rain, and like it's not lost on me. Yeah, full circle. It's not lost on me what you were doing here, Catherine Bigelow. And I do love this though, like everyone walking away and him like going to see what's going on. It's just
he knows.
So good. One man. Like one man stands against it all.
Ooh.
I love the score right here still too. Like it just works.
Crossed an unclaimed piece of meat in Baja. Turned out to be Rosie. Guess he picked nightlife for somebody better. Got a passport of yours in Sumatra. Missed by about a week in Fiji. But I knew you wouldn't miss a 50-year store, Bodie.
I don't think the FBI has jurisdiction here. I'm just gonna say.
Definitely not.
He has definitely lost his job at this point. Ooh.
Yeah, real bad because you changed the fucking game.
Every day.
They bonded, man. Now he likes to surf. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, did they even have jurisdiction there? Like,
nope. This is definitely a personal vendetta. I think he got kicked out of the academy. Like, he's done.
I really do love that they do all this to this point where it's like, and now we have to have the fight on the beach. They had to have their confrontation eventually.
Brother versus brother.
Yep. Macho man versus macho man. In the rain, on the beach.
Kiss already.
Yeah, like honestly, if they just kissed, the movie would be over. These guys are good at throwing punches, but no one throws a punch like Harrison Ford. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. I
Harrison
mean, he's
Ford
got that off. Like the best sound effect punch of all time is the Indiana Jones punch.
And it's the way he like throws his whole body into it every time. Yeah. That's so good. You can't kill him, man. You can't do it.
Especially not in the ocean. Come on. No!
They're all in on it this whole time.
You know, there's no way I can handle a cage, man. I don't care. You gotta go down. It's gotta be that way.
Ooh.
I know, like just seeing the waves.
Okay, man. Okay.
Oh man.
Screwed. I'm gonna go to jail.
And I'll
bet
pay.
Utah gets this guy. Right? Just for you.
It's so hard to want to talk through any of this because it's just so like I get
It's
so
perfect.
enamored.
Look at it, Johnny. Look at it. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, man. But look, I'm thinking one wave before you take it. One wave. Now where am I gonna go, man?
Well,
Cliffs on both sides. I'm not gonna paddle to New Zealand. My whole life has been about this moment, Johnny. Come on, commander.
I love that they instinctively both went to a fist. Like,
Right.
just-
They've been spending way too much time together, is what I'm getting from all of this.
come on!
It's so funny again, like how badly Fast and the Furious would also rip this off
Oh,
after
yeah.
the fact. Like, because Dom's whole thing is so similar in Brian letting him walk away in the end. Like, this is one of those movies too where I'm honestly glad in the end we never like got a sequel that explained what happened. Like, there's something so great in the just like not knowing.
I love this music. It's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
Woohoo!
Them being like he got away, and it's like, nah, he didn't.
Get him when he comes back in. He's not coming back.
Ooh. One last ride.
Yep.
No.
Boom. Disappearing into the wave.
I mean, that was pretty weak. I like he saved up his whole life to do that, and he only lasted about 2 seconds.
Yep. I mean, that wave really takes him too, man. Like, it was like your whole life led to this moment, and the wave ate you.
This was a mistake.
I wonder if that's what he was thinking in that moment.
It's like I really thought I'd get a better curl out of this.
And then again, just the Dirty Harry moment.
No.
I think Catherine Bigelow was a big Dirty Harry fan. Just throwing that out
Yeah,
there.
that aesthetic is very apparent in her stuff.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Mike. Great timing. The movie just ended.
He
Literally
came in on the
just went to
guitar riff.
credits.
It's Mike
Yeah.
K, everybody.
Hey, what's up, Mike? Great to see you. That was Catherine Bigelow's Point Break, the 1991 action film starring Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze. I had a great time revisiting it. It had been a little while since I had seen it, and it holds up, man. Like, it just works. It's the chemistry. It's the people inside. It holds up for me so well. Jen, what were your thoughts on the movie?
It's just a straight up great action movie, and it's one of the reasons we have Keanu as like an excellent action hero today. So you can't fault it for that. And just Swayze, man, like Bodhi is just a perfect character, height of charisma. Absolutely love him. One of the best bromances of all time. And Lori Petty, my God, gorgeous. So yeah, super fun. Way to go, Catherine Bigelow.
Oh yeah, and like again, I kind of love like it's got a leftover 80s feel, and Bigelow's just like leans in on it. It would have been it works, man, and everything about this movie just rocks. I don't know, just Brandy, thank you for picking it number one. It's an adrenaline ride. Everything about it is fun. I just like this movie so much, and I'm really glad that we got to revisit it. And what a pick. What a great way to spend
Brandy
this.
Ever picked a bad movie? I don't think so. So
Yeah, I don't think so either. But real quick, before we get out of here, guys, once again, there's no Suddenly soundtracks this week. I don't think it's coming back until the end of the month. They're doing the add it to the playlist of everyone's favorite music. It's the second volume of that. Box is coming next Tuesday. Maxwell's having a birthday stream, and we are going to be doing a Pride Month stream later. We don't really have everything dated. It'll all work itself out the way that it's supposed to. But from myself, from Jen, you know where to find us on the internet. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.
This pillow is fucking useless.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Box, the exciting show where we open a box and decide if the box rocks or if it's a box full of rocks.
I don't know if this is going to be a good episode.